Joining me is John LaFontaine, owner of Afishionados, which, as I told you in the commercial break, love the name, John. I love it.
Thanks, I appreciate it. A good friend of mine came up with that, and it fits perfect.
Yes, it sure does. And we're making crab cakes today. I love a crab cake.
I'll tell you what, I have a friend that comes, or not a friend, but a new friend that comes up from Maryland, that kind of the king of where crab is.
Yeah.
And he comes in every week to get one of ours because it's so close to the ones they have in Maryland.
Really? Now that's saying something. If somebody from Maryland likes your crab cakes, you're doing something right.
Good about that.
Yeah, yeah. So how do we put them together?
You know what? There's really no secret to a good recipe with seafood. I think as long as you have quality products that's going into it, like we have the quality crab meat, the jumbo lump crab meat, and you just put a lot of it in there. I think that's the key. A lot of places try to fill it up with something.
Well, and I say I'm looking ahead. That's a pretty good sized crab cake you got over there in the pan right now.
There. You can make it pretty much any size you like, but really, as far as ingredients go, it's basic things: the egg, the little bit of mayonnaise, Dijon. We put a little Cajun spice in ours.
Oh, I like a little kick. I like a little kick.
Some people like Old Bay, but either one of those works. And you start out, what we're going to do is just start out mixing all that together. Okay. And then you end up just adding the awesome crab meat, and that's pretty much it. Patting them up the size you like.
I'll let you start doing what you're doing. I want to talk about the restaurant. How long have you guys been in Florence Mall? And, you know, with malls anymore, I tell you, I know it's getting harder and harder getting people in the door and keeping stores in there to keep people interested and whatnot. So how's it going, and how have you had success in a mall setting right now?
You know what? We started actually about 8 years ago. Okay. At a different location down the road, and it was a terrible location, but everybody pretty much followed me. And now that we're in the mall, everybody's kind of starting to find us now. But the location is great. You know, parking's great. And actually, a new owner took over the mall, and I'm looking forward to it.
I was just going to ask you about that. We were talking about it in here, a couple of days ago, I guess, here on the morning show. And have you talked to the new owners or gotten a sense of what they're going to bring to the mall?
You know what? They own over 120 malls across the country, so I really feel like they're going to, be a big part of this thing going pretty good. To be honest with you, and they're going to work with me to spread the word, I guess, about the great seafood. So
it's almost, anymore with the way things, in malls are having difficulty staying open. I want to say you guys are an anchor in there. Would you consider yourself an anchor in there at this point, given what's left?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think we're starting to be, especially with the little. The only thing, we had different vendors in there, and our sign out over top of the door right now actually says Old Kentucky Market, so kind of look for that. Okay. But we're inside there, and it's actually on the end right by one of the big entrances facing Mall Road. That's nice. So location. It is. It's made a big difference for us. And now we not only have the fresh seafood, but we have a restaurant setting where the old Buca di Beppo restaurant was inside there. Yeah. So you can take the fresh seafood that we get every single day, flown in. You can take that home and do it yourself, or we can do it for you.
Nice.
So it works out pretty good.
Sure does.
I'm going to crank this up, and really once you start out,
all this comes in
with
here.
All the sauce. You put the cracker crumbs in there, and you put all the nice lump crab meat in there, and basically you might need to add just a touch more mayonnaise. To make it stick together a little bit, so you have those big lumps in there, and it kind of tends to fall apart a little bit.
But you want the lumps because you want to know there's really big old chunks of crab in there.
Yeah, that's what everybody likes.
Yeah,
for sure. But you can make them any size you want, and basically just a little olive oil or butter, whatever you want to put in there. Heat it like a medium temperature, just depending on how brown you like them.
A little bit there. Right there we go.
And you can just brown it as much as you want to, but 4 or 5 minutes on each side, and you're done.
You're ready to go.
And you know what? I cheated a little. I was only supposed to bring one thing. Yeah. But
what else you got?
I wanted to bring this so everybody was happy, get a couple brownie points.
What do you got? What do you got?
We brought some clam chowder.
Got some chowder over here.
And I have people compare that to what's up in Boston. And
come
once
on,
again,
you got crab cakes going Maryland, and you got chowder going Boston, man. Come on,
baby.
I like it.
This is the thing. It's the same with that. It's just quality ingredients. It's clam chowder, lots of clams, baby. So
Aficionado over in the Florence Mall. John, thanks for coming in.
Hey, thank you.
We'll see you again sometime, all right?
Thanks, everyone.
It's 9:50. Morella, we'll send it over to you.
That all